nearly 3 decades, marine scientists and environmentalists have been issuing distress calls about the rapid destruction of coral reefs around the world. This time, predictions from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration indicate that cooler water conditions for coral reefs make it unlikely there will be any major bleaching event anywhere in the world this year. Mark Aiken coordinates NOAA's Coral Reef Watch program.
What you're looking at now with the new color scheme is the forecast or the prediction of what we expect the thermal stress to be like into the summer this year. And so what you're seeing is that while there's a little bit of stress, it's not too bad, and the forecast for this year doesn't look bad at all.
Coral bleaching is caused by a variety of factors such as excessive chemical nutrients, pesticides, and other land-based pollutants washing to the sea by rivers. Most of these factors affect coral in localized regions. But the major cause of global bleaching events is warmer ocean temperatures, a direct effect of the climate change triggered by greenhouse gases and higher levels of CO2 in the atmosphere. Warmer ocean waters can stress or kill coral communities.
Coral bleaching occurs when the coral loses the microscopic algae that live inside of them and give them most of their color. So here in this photo in the lower right, you see a naturally colored coral on the right and a fully bleached coral on the left.
Bleaching is easy to identify. The coral literally turns white, like this reef photograph during a serious bleaching event last year in Thailand. Some of the coral could recover and regain their natural colors, but these are in critical condition and many will probably die. Aiken explained that toward the end of last year, massive bleaching occurred around the world, and NOAA is now collecting data on the extent of that die-off. In 2005, 90% of the coral in the Caribbean bleached and nearly 60% die.
Here's a photograph in Belize. This is 1995, before the major bleaching event. Here's the major bleaching event occurring in 1998, massive bleaching across the entirety of that reef. And the result of that was changing to coral, dead coral covered by algae and sponges, a completely different sort of system.
Last February, a coalition of more than 24 environmental groups published a study called Reefs at Risk Revisited. At a Washington News briefing, the administrator of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, Jane Lubchenco, described the report's main findings.
Approximately 75% of the world's coral reefs are currently threatened by a combination of local and global pressures.
And the report predicted that if the international community does nothing to ease those pressures, 90% of the world's reef will be threatened by 2030, and virtually all of them will be at risk in less than 40 years. NOAA scientists describe coral reefs as the rainforest of the sea, noting that these fragile marine ecosystems provide services such as coastal protection, abundant fisheries, and tourism, estimated to be worth as much as $375 billion globally each year. And if predictions are right, the coral reefs will survive at least another year to continue sharing those benefits with the world around them. This is Zulima Palacio, VOA News.